Today we're continuing with our Pocket Survival Kit series. And while I wait on a couple of other survival kits that I've ordered online to come in, I thought I'd share this. Just the other day, I was going through my mother's car. Now, my mother's almost 92 and she hasn't driven in years, but she still has a car, and we drive it when we take her to the doctor, and I drive it every now and then. And slowly, I guess it's going to become my car. But it's a Toyota Camry, and this was in the trunk. One day I was going through the trunk doing something, and I came across this. And this evidently was Toyota's idea of a vehicle safety kit, at least back in 2015. And I thought that was very interesting. Like I said, it came with the car. So I thought we'd look at it and see. I know this is not a pocket survival kit per se. It's a little big for that. But I thought we'd look at it and just see what was in it for fun. Now, I don't see the Toyota name on it anywhere. So I don't guess Toyota was in the business of making survival kits at any time. But this is what came in the car. And I know for a fact my mom didn't go out and get it herself. So it had to have come in the car when she bought it. Now, first up is a chem light or light stick, a 12-hour chem light. Doubt very seriously it's still good because it's been sitting in a car for what, 6 years, probably, maybe a little longer. But it's there. Next is a little Chinese, made in China pocket knife. Looks like it's just a pocket knife. Got a corkscrew just in case you have an emergency wine situation. And then next, in this little box, hard to come out. Is that a radio? No way. No way it would be a radio. No, it's not a radio. Oh! It is a flashlight. Little hand crank dynamo flashlight. And it does not seem to work. If it ever did, it does not now. We might check it and see if it's a bulb issue. As you saw, it's mint in box, so, but anyway, a flashlight. Then the ubiquitous emergency survival blanket. Nothing wrong with that. This is probably one of those signs that you put on your car windshield or roll up in your window that says, "I need help." Let me see if I can get it open with just one hand and my mouth. Let's see. Sure enough, that's what it is. It's got some sort of send help message. SOS. The universal symbol for interstate travel. SOS. Okay, that's cool. Then there's a poncho. One size fits all, disposable. Seems to be still in working shape. And then there's a pack of matches and a little tea candle. Interesting. And then there's this tiny kind of keyring first aid kit. Let's see what's in this bad boy. That ought to be interesting. What would you put in such a small first aid kit? Well, it's packed full. Let's see what's in it. All kind of stuff. Here's some hand sanitizer. Cool, cool. Here's some iodine. Cool, cool. Here are a couple of alcohol wipes. Well, actually, we got one alcohol wipe and two moist towelettes. And I doubt that any of it's still good. But it may be. That's 2 alcohol wipes. Can't speak today. And what is this? Oh, more. Antiseptic towelettes. 2 more. So they're really into keeping clean. 1 gauze pad. That's cool. And a selection of Band-Aids. 4 large ones. And then it looks like 4 little ones. Well, that's not terrible. It's not terrible for a little car first aid kit that given to you by the dealer. Like the little bags, got the little red with a first aid logo. Might want to use that somewhere. This is not a terrible um, emergency kit considering where it came from. I'm disappointed that the little dynamo guy doesn't work. Hold on. What is that? I don't know what that did, but it didn't achieve anything. I am disappointed it doesn't work. I'll play with it a little bit and maybe we can figure out what's wrong with it. So when I opened it, and I swear I didn't do this, it was just all from come together. I don't know why, but it's just cheap. It's just cheap, so it never had a chance. So the little dynamo flashlight we've put in the no-go pile because it's just so cheap that it's come from together. The little first aid kit we're going to put in the go pile. I put it back in there, all the stuff back in there because it's real windy and stuff was blown away. Now sure, the towelettes are probably dried out, but that's not their fault. This thing's like 6 years old, and obviously you don't build a first aid kit and just let it sit. So it's a cute little bag. I like the bag, and I'm probably going to end up using it somewhere. And what they put in there for just a little boo-boo kit, not bad at all. The emergency blanket, yeah, those things are wonderful. They're great. You know, if you break down and you got to spend a night in your car, it's a little cool. It comes in handy. Not bad for signaling. Let's say your car goes off an embankment and you're down there. If you can secure this thing to a window and roll the window up on it, this thing will blow around and make all kind of noise. It make a lot of noise, and it'll also flash in the sun. There's all kind of things you can do with this. So yeah, that's in the go pile. The poncho, yeah. I mean, this is the kind of poncho we've all seen. You can buy for $1 or $2 somewhere, and it's definitely an emergency poncho because it's not going to last long. But if you got to get out of your car to change a tire in the rain, might be a good thing to have. So we'll put it in the go pile. The chem light. Doubt very seriously it's any good because it's very old. But what the heck? Let's find out. Damned if that chem light isn't good. I can't believe it, but it is. Here, let me see if I can show you by sticking it down here in the dark. Yeah, it's still good. Isn't that funny? I did not think it would be. I don't know what the shelf life of chem lights are supposed to be, but as I said, this thing had to be put in that car when she bought it, and I did not expect it to be good, but it is. And it's even got a little cord for doing your whiz-bang thing, so that's really good for signaling. It gives you a little bit of light if you are changing that tire, but the main thing is for signaling. That's all right, and I'm very impressed. I'm sorry now that I broke it, but I'm very impressed that it works. So that's definitely a go. The little SOS, of all the signaling devices you have here, this is probably the worst one, just because in this day and age of cell phones and all, I don't know that this is a great thing. I'm not going to put it in the no-go pile. It's going in the go pile, but I'm just not impressed with it. For the room it takes up, you could have put a bandana in there or something, and because it's just made of plastic, it's not anything that you're going to be able to use twice. And I think you've already got some ways to signal if you do need help. So go pile, but not terribly impressed. All right, 2 more items. All right, the proudly made in China pocket knife actually has a lot of stuff on it. It has a can opener, it has a bottle opener, it has little scissors, it has a little saw, has a knife, has an awl, a fingernail cleaner, Phillips head. I'm really surprised how much it has, and of course it has that wine bottle opener, which nobody needs. I'm sure this stuff isn't real good, but what the heck, let's test it and see. Alright, so the knife, oh, it's dull as butter, has no edge on it, but that can be fixed, right? Let's look at something else. The saw. I'll saw on this. Since Poe didn't like me sawing on my other stuff, saw works good. Good saw. The scissors. Scissors work good. I'm surprised at this thing. That's all that's really left to test. I mean, it's got a little Phillips head and stuff like that, and they're going to work okay. They're not real squared off. They're kind of rounded, but as a cheap pocket knife, it's okay. And the last two items are the little tea candle, which has melted somewhat over the years, and the book of matches, which seem to be fine. They should be. They were, you know, inside of a plastic bag, inside of this thing, inside of a trunk, so they should be fine. So I'll give them a go. Really, the only thing I gave the no-go to was the light, just because great idea. It's just built so poorly that it's of no use. It's just junk, and that's too bad. All right. So once again, while we wait for some more survival kits to come in, I thought we would review this vehicle safety kit that came in a 2015 Toyota Camry. Thanks for watching.